Welcome back to another video, right? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about how to destroy anxiety. How to destroy anxiety approach, right? Approach anxiety, right? Kwababa, right? Being scared of talking to girls, right? I'm gonna cover this whole subject, and I'm gonna show you, two steps that you can implement, right? So you can destroy that approach anxiety, and you can have actually a confidence to go and talk up to that chick, right? This is gonna be a very valuable video, so stay tuned to the end so that you can actually understand really where I'm coming from, and that you can get that chick, bro, so you can destroy that approach anxiety, right? And have that confidence, right? That confidence that you need, right? So first of all, right, you gotta understand what you focus on as a guy is what you get, right? You need to tell yourself, right? You need to tell yourself that I have no fear and I don't have no anxiety. I have no anxiety and I have no fear. And I want you, once you did that, right? Once you tell yourself I don't have no fear, I have no anxiety, I want you to take it a step further. I want you to take it even a step further by telling yourself that approach anxiety, having anxiety, does not exist at all, right? Whatever you tell yourself in your mind, right, that is what is going to be real. That is what you're going to see in your world, right? Whatever you tell yourself in your mind is real, right? If I say a green car, right, what your mind is going to do, right, you're going to picture, a funny looking green car, right? If I talk about, a green car, right? So if you focus on what you get in life, right, what you get in life is what you get, right? And what you focus on is what you give power to. Right? If you ever watch like an Andrew Tate, he will tell you something like, he was very famous for saying that depression does not exist, right? And it's really how the mind works, right? If you tell yourself, right, that you have anxiety, you choke up when you speak to girls, right? You're scared of talking to women, right? That's really what's gonna happen in your reality, in your mind, right? You're just gonna, your body language and just how you are, right? Your whole nature is just gonna react that way. And that's really how the mind works. You just gotta focus on having positive self-talk. Having positive self-talk, right? You gotta have that positive self-talk, bro. Right? And the second thing I'm gonna need you to do is developing a level of faith. Developing the level of faith in God, right? That He will give you the confidence that you need, right? To go and talk to that chick. He'll give you, the charisma and all that, bro, right? Everything's gonna go right. Everything is good, right? You gotta tell yourself, I'm happy, right? My life is amazing, and I can talk to anyone, right? This is what you gotta do. So, step 2, right? What's step 2? Step 2 is that the guy, right, who win in life, right, have a winner's mindset. The guy who win in life, he has a winner's mindset, and they do whatever they fucking want in that moment. Right? So if he sees that chick and he wants to grab that chick's number, he goes and asks that chick for a number, right? It's only gonna steal 20 seconds out of your day, right, to do that, right? You're not really gonna lose anything, right? And stop looking for the perfect circumstances. I want you guys, right, especially in my channel, when it comes to dating, approaching women and getting women, right, attracting women and having a better dating life, is that you have to focus on the skill. I want you to focus on the skill, right? If you take a Steph Curry and I take someone, who plays ball, right, but they ain't as professional as Steph Curry, right, the probability, right, the chances of Steph scoring, right, in a position, in the circumstances, is not as good. It's not as good as just standing in front of the pole, right, in front of the hoop and shooting, right? He will have a better chance than someone, who does not play ball, right? So you gotta stop. You gotta stop waiting for the perfect circumstances to go and talk to the chick, right? You gotta do it regardless, right? And I want you to understand that the skill, right, it takes, right, it's in being multi-dimensional, right, will get you way much more further, right? So you have to be multi-dimensional, right? So you have to, in certain situations, right, even if she's with her girls and all that, bro, personally, I wouldn't advise you, right, to approach chicks, right, because I think that signals to a woman that you want her, right? But I mean, even me from time to time, right, I approach chicks, right? So if you want to approach chicks, you just gotta start approaching chicks, right, at any position, bro, and actually start developing that skill so you can shoot. You know what I'm saying? You can shoot that three at any, at any place, any, you know what I'm saying, at any, you know what I'm saying, at any place on the field, on the, you know what I'm saying, on the court, right? That's how you want to be. You want to have that skill, my G, right? So if I would take, let me just make an example. If I take a guy, right, with 10 out of 10 confidence, right, I'm talking about delusional confidence, right? Even if you tell this guy, right, he's broke, he doesn't have a lot of money, right? Or you tell this guy that in 2025, women have to show interest first before you approach them, right? Or you can tell this guy that online dating is better, right? Online dating is better. His lack of care, right? First of all, his focus, right? His lack of focus and care, right? And fucking social awareness, right? That's gonna make him present, you know what I'm saying? Make him, you know what I'm saying, present in the moment. Present in the moment, actually go up and talk to that chick regardless of what everybody thinks about him, right? Because that's truly being masculine, right? Not being fearful and, you know what I'm saying, and being apologetically yourself, right? And he's gonna talk up to that woman anyways. He's gonna talk up to that woman anyways, and he can actually, you know what I'm saying, get the number of that woman, right? She could even like him after that interaction, right? And I want to analyze, right? Analyze what is the perfect approach, right? How would the perfect approach look like, right? Once you understand, right, is that a perfect approach, right? It would be one that you are 10 out of 10. It would be one that you have created, first of all, right? You have created and it works 10 out of 10 times, so it's perfect, bro, right? That approach, right? It would be one that you can manage. You could actually manage this approach, right? The words, the actions, right? You know you can do this, right? And number 3, right? It will be something that it will be an approach where you are fully confident and fully 100% convictional, and it will be right for you, right? It will be right for you, right? And I'm trying to get you guys to understand that this type of approach, right? 10 out of 10 approach, perfect approach, right? It would be one that is rooted. It would be rooted in your strength. You would be coming out of strength and not a place of being needy, not a place of being scared to get her number, right? Fear of losing that woman. You know what I'm saying? You will be confident and rooted in your strength, right? In your identity and who you are. You get what I'm saying? Women like to see that a man is authentic, right? And that he has no fear, right? And he actually leans into who he is, right? And up until you actually lean into you fully who you are and being authentic, right? This is how you're going to naturally, you know what I'm saying, actually have confidence and charisma. And women love that, bro. Like women love that. So even if you take two guys, right, you make them approach the same woman, right? Only one guy is gonna sound, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna sound right. Even if you take 2 guys, make them approach the same woman, say the exact same words, one of those guys is gonna sound better. One of those guys is gonna sound better to that woman. One of those guys is gonna pull her emotions and actually get that woman, right, at the end of the day. Alright. So you gotta actually focus on your tone, your masculinity, and how you act, right? And actually the skill, right? It being authentic to you, and you really fully leaning into you also, you can come up to, you know what I'm saying, a place of strength and not weakness, right? You don't want to look too needy to these chicks, right? So I have a definition, right, of life progression. Like life progression, right? What is life progression? Life progression is doing what you're comfortable with and able to manage so that you can take action. I'm gonna read it again. Life progression is doing what you're comfortable doing, right, and able to manage so that you can take action. That is life progression. So let me say I want to go to the gym, right? It's my first time going to the gym, right? The smartest thing for me to do, right? If I want my life to be great, right? I will go for a workout, right? That I can actually manage. A workout that I actually can manage, I will do rather 10 push-ups. Do 10 push-ups today, come tomorrow, do 10 more push-ups, come the day after, do 10 more push-ups, right? Because if I were to go to the gym on the first day, right, and have a full body, workout, right, and it could be the best workout in the world, bro. It could be the best workout in the world, right? And I woke up the next morning and my body is sore, right? My chances of actually taking action the next day, right, will be a lot less smaller. Will be a lot less smaller, right? Because my body is sore, right? I'm not used to going to the gym that much, right? So you want to develop a program where you are comfortable with and that you can actually manage as a guy, right? So you can, you know what I'm saying, keep on taking action. The whole point is you actually taking action, right, and showing up each and every day. Showing up each and every day to the gym. It's not really, you know what I'm saying, being able to pick up a certain weight. It's you actually getting to the gym each and every day, right? And I'm trying to get you guys to understand it. So even if you get her, you know what I'm saying, even if you approach just a woman, right, she's a 10 out of 10, you approach this woman, you don't get her number, right, you'll be happy at the fact, right, that you actually took action and that you have actually been in the present moment. And I'm gonna prove it to you. I have two separate situations, right? I got scenario 1 and scenario 2, right? So scenario 1, right, we take a guy, right, we take John, say John, right? I give John the perfect plan. The perfect plan, himself, how to approach a woman. I gave him the perfect approach. The perfect approach, you know what I'm saying, to approach a woman. And this approach is guaranteed to work. It's guaranteed to work, right? You know what I'm saying? But if John doesn't actually take action and doesn't, you know what I'm saying, he chickens out the last moment, right? The whole plan, the whole approach wouldn't mean shit. It wouldn't mean shit at all, bro. And, you know what I'm saying, all of it goes really out of the window. The whole perfect plan, the whole perfect approach goes out of the window, right? So I want you to look at life as a whole. Look at life as a whole, right? And start doing the smaller things that you can actually manage, right? Like starting up and to going to talk up to that girl, right? Instead of thinking, okay, her number and then this and then that, right? And really just clouding your mind with a lot of things, right? Just do one thing. Just get the balls just to talk up to the girl, even if you don't get a number, right, or not, bro. Right? If you get an Instagram or not, just go and talk up to the chick, bro. Right? That's really what it is. So let me take scenario 2. This is not such a good plan, right? Let's say it's a 3 out of 10 plan, bro. 3 out of 10 plan, right? It's not so perfect approach, not such a good approach, right? But this nigga, let's call him Pookie, right? Pookie took action. He actually trusted the process. He actually took the action and he trusted the process, right? And he knew that he would be comfortable. He was comfortable and he knew he can manage this. He knew he could manage, you know what I'm saying, a 3 out of 10, you know what I'm saying, plan. Not so perfect approach, but he's gonna do it, right? The thing about the difference between the guy in scenario 1, John, and Pookie, right? Pookie actually took action. And that is way much better. That's way much better than thinking about the perfect plan, the perfect approach, right? And I'm going to show you why this is better, right? A guy, right? I've been doing, you know what I'm saying, if I take myself as example, right, over the years, right? Sports in school, right? Now that I'm creating content and all that, right? A guy either has the winning mindset or he doesn't, bro. You either have the winning mindset or you don't, right? So the only way you're gonna start developing the winner's mindset, right, and start picking up chicks and start approaching chicks, right, is starting to do more. Just start to do more, my G. You're just doing more. You're just approaching women more, right? You're gonna start feeling comfortable and you're actually gonna feel numb to the emotion of feeling abandoned, fearing that a woman could lose you and not getting a number. The whole point is you getting to a point as a man, right, that you fear, you know what I'm saying, you aren't fearful, right? You're strong and you're independent and you ain't actually scared to go and get that chick's number. You ain't scared to get that chick's number, bro, right? And that's really the winner's mindset, bro. And it's really important for you as a guy, right, to actually feel like the man. It's very, very important for you as a guy to feel like the man and to keep on going and starting doing more, bro, right? So if you want to progress, you know what I'm saying, and fast, you know what I'm saying, speed your way in attracting women, I'm actually at the moment I'm typing up a whole program where I literally show you, bro, what to do. You know what I'm saying? From y'all being strangers, you know what I'm saying, you're this particular chick that you want, this crush that you want, being strangers, to actually helping you attract that woman, right, and help you keep her in your life, right? This will work for you at any age, any race, bro, any amount of income. It doesn't matter how much money you make, bro. It don't matter, bro. So if you want to get into my program, make sure you DM me on Instagram, bro, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Capiche?